This is the stupid simple trading strategy that works every single day. It's so easy, it almost feels like cheating. Hi, my name's Alex Temes, and I've used this strategy to make over $16 million in verified trading profits. I've also helped over 10,000 regular traders finally start winning consistently. And you wanna know what the best part is? You don't need fancy indicators, you don't need to predict the market, and you definitely don't need to be glued to your screens all day. If you could draw just 2 lines on your chart, you could do this too. So the next few minutes, I'm gonna show you exactly how this works, step by step, with real proof. This way, you can stop guessing and stop overcomplicating and finally start trading like a pro. All right, let's be real. Most traders lose money because they overcomplicate everything. I mean, look at this chart. This is what most people are doing. They're guessing, they're chasing, and they're hoping. And you know what? They're getting chopped up. But what if you could erase all of that noise by just learning the right approach? Because here's the truth. You don't need a million indicators, you don't need to predict the market, and you definitely don't need to stare at your screen all day. All you need is this, just 2 lines. Because look, this is the opening range, and this is where the magic happens. Again, with just 2 lines. Most people are out here trying to be a hero, calling tops and bottoms, or getting FOMO and jumping in early. But let me tell you a secret about the professionals. We wait, we let the market show its hand, and that's exactly what this strategy does. So let me show you step by step, right on the chart, how it works. All right, step 1. You have to spot the setup on the daily chart. Look for a stock that's popping up on huge volume. The price is running up into a major resistance level like a previous high or a psychological level. This is where most people get excited and start chasing. I mean, look at this example on STEC. Every time it gets volume, it comes right back down. Every time it gets volume, it comes back down. Every time it gets volume, it comes back down. Look at KTTA. Every time it gets volume, it comes back down. Every time it gets volume, it comes back down. Look at BGLC. Every time it gets volume, it comes down. Every time it gets volume, it comes down. Are you seeing a pattern here? Every time these stocks get volume, they come down. You'll be able to see this on the daily chart. So look for these key things on the chart. A high volume day that sells off. A high volume day that sells off. And guess what? The next time it has a high volume day, what do you think it's gonna do? It's gonna sell off. Now let's talk about step 2. Don't chase, wait for confirmation. Don't blindly short into strength. You have to wait for a clear sign of rejection or reversal at resistance. This could be a topping wick, a failed breakout, or a big red candle. Let me show you. So here's what a confirmation looks like on an example like SGN. You could see that right at the market open, the stock pushes, has a major death candle, a massive fail. It fails almost $1 a share. From there, it has a failed bounce, breaks under VWAP, and sells off all day long. So you have the daily chart showing you what the overall pattern is gonna be. Then you have the intraday chart showing you when to enter after a major death candle or a break under VWAP. Step 3, drill down to the 1-minute chart for entry. Use the 1-minute chart to fine-tune your entry. Look for a failed push, a lower high, or a confirmation candle. Enter the short when you see the confirmation. Look at this example on KTTA. Stock pushes up in the morning and is strong all day. Then all of a sudden, it breaks off its highs and creates a lower high. You could now short that lower high, risking a reclaim of the high of the day. And the question is, where would you add? You would add on a support break. So when this stock comes off its highs and does a failed bounce, you would take your first initial starter here. When you break under the support area, which is also tied with VWAP, you would add to your winner. And all of a sudden, it just collapses, right? So this is the 1-minute chart confirming your thesis. If you know on the daily chart that the stock is gonna fail every time it gets volume, you can't just blindly short it. You have to wait for that signal. That signal for me is a lower high and a break of support. 4, set your risk and your target. Your stop goes above the high of the day or above the resistance level, which would be exactly here. So you would enter here on the failed bounce, and your stop would be a reclaim of the high of the day. You have to target at least a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, or the next key support level. Oftentimes, I see a lot of traders say, all right, if $3 breaks, I'm not gonna cover until 50 cents comes. The market does not care about your arbitrary price targets. Always set your targets at key support areas. Step 5, repeat. This setup happens over and over again. This isn't just a one-off setup. Every time you see a daily chart with a pop on volume into resistance that fails, this plays on the table. Most people are getting trapped chasing the breakout. But with this, you're waiting for the crowd to get stuck and then you strike. Don't be the first one in. Let the FOMO crowd do their thing and enter after confirmation. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars on this exact setup. It's my bread and butter. There's no indicators, no guessing, just price, volume, and levels. But look, everything works in concept, but when you go to the market, you start losing, and everything changes with real market conditions. So I want to show you a specific example that I profited on using this repeatable formula that even a 5-year-old could follow. It's as simple as following a recipe. So let's go through it. Step 1, spot the setup on the daily chart. Here is DARE, the same setup that we're looking for. Every time it gets volume, it comes back down. Every time it gets volume, it comes back down. Every time it gets volume, it comes back down. Great. Step 2, don't chase, wait for confirmation. So on this example of DARE, I know that the stock is gonna fail after it confirms. So I draw my key support level here around $7. If it breaks the support level on a failed morning push, chances are it's going to turn to resistance and sell off for the rest of the day. Step 3, drill down to the 1-minute chart for entry. I would wait for the stock to top out and start shorting at $7. You can see it breaks $7 and then bounces. Support becomes resistance. Resistance acts again here and it confirms. Set your risk and your target. My risk is going to be a reclaim of the high of the day, and my target is going to be key support levels like the whole and half dollar marks. In this case, it would be 5, 450, 4, 350, and 3. Step 5, repeat. Wait for the setup to happen over and over again. And on this specific setup, I made over $71,000 in a single day. And that's not all. Let's make this even easier. Here's your stupid, simple checklist for every single trade. Mark the support of pre-market on the chart. Wait for a real break, not just a wick, but a candle close. Wait for the retest. Do not chase the breakout or the breakdown. Enter on confirmation, like a strong close or an engulfing candle. Set your stop just outside of the range and set your target at a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio or the next key level. That's it. Now, here's where most people mess up. They FOMO in and chase the breakout. They skip the retest and get chopped up. They oversize, thinking that every trade is a home run. They move their stop, hoping that the trade is gonna come back. Don't do that. Stick to the checklist and you'll be ahead of 90% of traders out there. Remember, if you can't see the liquidity, you are the liquidity. Don't be the exit liquidity for someone else's trade. So if you got value from this, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I break down real trades live every single week, and I show you exactly how to use this strategy in any market. If you want to see how I scaled this up to a $700,000 trade in a single day, click right here for the next video. I'll see you there.